News coming in right now. DGMOs of Indian Army and Pakistan Army to speak today on ceasefire agreed between them. The three DGMOs will also address a press conference today with special focus on Indian Air Force strikes across the border. That's what sources are telling India today right now. Shivani has more details. Shivani, it's around noon. I think that the DGMO level talks are expected to take place. Could you tell us the importance of these talks, especially after ceasefire was agreed?
Harshit, these will be very important talks between the DGMOs of India and Pakistan, as was planned after 10th of May, when at 5 p.m. The ceasefire was announced. It was also then decided that on 12th of May, that is today, there will be a DGMO level talks between India and Pakistan. So when these officials will be talking today, India will be keeping ahead its warning to Pakistan that we are ready for any kind of retribution. It was a request from Pakistan that had come for the ceasefire after it started escalating the situation post Pahalgam attack and India's Operation Sindhu. So the DGMO of India will definitely raise this issue with Pakistan, that take it as a warning that India is ready and in a state of high alert on all the borders, and if it comes to the airspace also, we are on a high alert, and if any kind of breach of ceasefire happens again, it will be dealt very strictly in a very adequate response and a befitting response. This time we also learned that the DGMOs will be speaking, and then the DGMOs of Army, Navy and the Air Force will again be taking on a briefing in the evening. This will also be important in terms of the airstrikes that India has taken on the air bases of Pakistan, inflicting damages, heavy damages, not only to the infrastructure, their radars, their hangars, their air defense systems. So this will be another big press conference briefing by the DGMOs of the Army after the talks happen.
Shivani,
so
what time? What time could we be expecting that press briefing in the evening? Because it was quite a press conference yesterday in the past 24 hours. And it put a lot of facts in public domain that I think the Indian public, and I'm sure the Pakistanis as well, watching very carefully. But why do you think that briefing will come today? If there's been a lull at the border, why do you believe that the DGMOs believe that there needs to be another round of press conference, and what are we expecting on that?
Pooja, see, Operation Sindur has been an unprecedented, historic operation that has been taken by the Indian forces, and there is much detail that needs to be known to the people, because, you know, Pakistan has been indulging into fake narrative setting and bringing out false agenda against India and India's defense forces. So it is required to bust that agenda. We've heard in a detailed briefing that happened yesterday evening, Pooja, there were so many facts that were put forth by the DGMOs, but today is yet another important call between the DGMOs of India and Pakistan, where we are learning that the DGMO of India will be warning strictly to Pakistan, and we'll also be maintaining a vigil as we come to know that through these borders there is a vigil, a high alert state, and today evening what we are learning that specifically on the airstrike that India has conducted throughout these 5 days when Operation Sindhu started, and when the attempts of Pakistan's air intrusions were also thwarted, how we retaliated, how we destroyed the systems out there on the Pak air bases, including the military infrastructure, the hangars and all the other important support vehicles, the support systems. We have actually given it a very hard lesson. But yes, Pakistan DGISPR had addressed a briefing late last night. There were a lot of false facts that were brought out. So what we believe is that in today's briefing, the timing will be confirmed very shortly, Pooja, about this briefing where the DGMOs of the Army, Navy and Air Force will be there. But certainly that myth will be busted once again. Those facts will be corrected
and that's very important.
Checked, and a very
Remember
strong warning
that
will once
India
again
always believed that we are fighting terrorism and against with regard to Pakistan, and that we don't have to put out those facts and perspectives consistently, but it's also the age of communication warfare, and it's important while Pakistan is spreading false propagandas, we need to not only bust it, but also let them know this time with evidence precisely exactly the damage that has been caused on their territory.